All right, so the recording is on and we can get started. Again, thank you for all the participants, the community members that we hold near and dear to our hearts, that are part of the trajectory and are the core of our project. We always say the community means the world to us. The community is everything to us. Without you, we are absolutely nothing. Now, before we get started, I want to just make a point here. Unfortunately, James is dealing with personal incident. He just spoke to me on the phone just a moment ago. I would prefer not to go into the details as to what went on. He is okay. That's what matters. But he's dealing with something quite heavy that was just unfortunately circumstantial, and he's unable to attend this AMA, and he's extremely apologetic, and I understand the situation. So I just wanted to share that due to personal issues, he won't be able to attend this AMA, but of course he will be there on the next one as well. So I will be running this AMA as I normally do as well. So again, my name is Majid. I am the Chief of Operations on the Taboo project. And we haven't done an AMA in quite some time, so I'm feeling refreshed, I'm feeling recharged, I'm feeling extremely excited today to be sharing some of the updates that we have. I want to make sure that the community understands that this team is extremely active right now, and we are creating what I feel is revolutionary for this year. We are creating something revolutionary. We are doing what no project in the adult space has ever done. And this is all just quiet work that's happening in the background. And I will share a bit more about that a little later today as well. But I want to also just touch upon and provide a little bit of an update. I don't want to go too far into this realm as well, but I am aware, and I know all of you are as well, that the markets, of course, are not favorable. There is geopolitical conflicts that are happening in various countries as well. Remember this: it is not about timing in the markets; it's about time in. This is a time and a crucial time that we have in the crypto space where accumulation on projects you believe in, dollar cost averaging on projects you believe in, is of the utmost importance. Taboo has been around for just about a year. We have survived previous bear markets. We are currently surviving this one, and we are already on the way to thriving. It's just we need to have some market conditions in our favor, but we're taking advantage of the time now, and I can't wait to share some of the changes that we're doing and some of the exciting updates where all of you will be, I will say this now, hearing some of these updates, you will see just how much dedication that we have to ensuring that we stay the number one adult crypto, and we continue to show the world who we are, why Taboo is number one, why we're going to stay number one, and why we are going to be creating a brand that is here to stay for generations to come. I always say this: we are in a legacy and generation type business. That is what we're here to do. We're not here to become number two. We're not here to become number three. It's either be the best or be nothing at all. This is the mindset that James and I have, and we are investing quite a lot of resources right now in making some of these improvements. So now, to move forward with some of the updates here, I know all of you are waiting patiently for the Taboo Punks. Yes, we had a launch date on February 23rd. We are expecting right now to do this airdrop for all of our patient holders on the 26th of February. Remember, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. And the reason for why we wanted to make this slight delay is to ensure that the individuals that used the previous Google form originally, where they had perhaps sent funds from an exchange wallet, I understood and I noticed that it would not be fair for those individuals who were here early on to find out that they were not airdropped their NFTs on the launch day where trading, buying and selling would be available for the Taboo Punks. So I gave a final 48-hour notice for these individuals. I'm receiving many, many emails. my number one mission is to make sure that these NFTs don't get burned or lost unnecessarily, because that would not be good for both the investor and Taboo as well, because we know that these NFTs have such high utility that it wouldn't be right to take on that risk. So this is why I did what I did. So be patient. The Taboo Punks will be airdropped to all of you very, very soon here. Now, when it comes to the marketing of these Taboo Punks, marketing never stops. I want to make sure everybody manages their expectations. We are not going to go 100 times right on the airdrop launch of these Taboo Punks. I'm looking at this just like a token project, like a brand new token project, and we need to remember to allocate resources on these Taboo Punks for exposure and brand awareness and to help raise their value. But really, it's not up to us. It's up to the community of the pre-mint buyers that bought these punks. You're the ones that choose the floor price. And there are going to be more utilities being added to these Taboo Punks, because what I love about them the most is as the Taboo brand grows and develops, so does the utility and the value of these Taboo Punks as well. So again, February 26th is the timeline for the first airdrop event. There will be a second airdrop event that will be happening shortly after for the individuals that maybe did not missed this 48-hour notice as well, that I released in the Medium article recently. So that is all coming as well. Now, with regards to our marketplace has been down for a number of days. It will be down for quite a while longer. We're looking at maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I can't give an exact timeline on that because we are in a transitionary, necessary phase to evolve the Taboo brand. Some of you have seen the updated UI and UX that we are creating. You haven't seen all of it. I haven't even released some of the finalized videos on this. It will make you jump off your seats. This is the nicest looking UI and UX I have ever seen for a project of our nature. And right now it is in the process of being integrated with the back end, which is going to be an updated software backend, brand new software backend for the marketplace. There's a brand new dev team already in place at the moment that are working when it comes to support, tickets, and all of that some of you have been worried about, that there was delays in getting your support ticket met here and there. We have 3 full-time developers on this new dev team side, just focused on support as a starting point. And they are on a short-term contract to ensure that our marketplace gets to the standard it should have been at the beginning. But with this updated UI and UX, it's just going to be unbelievable. And this is just the beginning of this. This is just the beginning. I haven't even gotten into the next updates that I'm going to share as well. So marketplace should be up in a few weeks. Cross our fingers. New dev team is in place. Updated UI and UX is in place. The new taboo.community crypto landing page informational site is already complete. We're just doing a final, I'm just speaking with the designers just now to just do a final edit on one aspect of that, probably tomorrow or the day after. That should be going live. Cross our fingers on that as well. We did bring in an iconic, world-known figurehead named Josh Ryan, who is going to be helping with the creative direction of our brand. This is no joke. You cannot bring in a team member that is bigger than this with the experience and skill set that they have already. You should look up Josh Ryan and what he does. He's the campaign manager for Guess. He was the former senior head of Playboy magazine. Senior head. He had a very long-standing relationship with Playboy, and he was a pivotal part of Playboy at the earlier years. And he is on board as a creative director, and I am going to take advantage of his role on Taboo to go beyond just NFTs. But his number one focus is going to be on creating timeless NFT art. That is number one. That is his number one objective. Because I want to make sure that every NFT that gets bought, that is conducted and created from the Taboo brand is timeless, is unique. Everyone that buys it, I want them to feel this is real art that nobody else in the world has, and it is a premium, exclusive quality and class. And we're paying and we're doing a lot to make sure to make this happen. And that's just one starting point. I haven't even gotten into the other updates yet. You can feel the excitement in my voice because you know what? At the end of the day, adversity and challenges either make or break you. When I see the markets the way they are, when I see that our market cap has fallen just like 99% of other outs, I sit there and I smile and I say, good things are around the corner. Because you can never have the mindset that when things are not going as well, that things will continue to be worse. Your mindset needs to be, I am grateful that things are not going well right now because that means that things are only going to get better later. And they are already getting better. And I am excited about our year, especially with some of the innovative technology that we're bringing forth. This marketplace is having top of the line developers that are on it now, and we are actually doing what no marketplace has ever done before on this next update. We're going to become a fully decentralized marketplace later this year, fully decentralized. Now, when we look at some of the other updates that are going on, now again, I mentioned one thing in a previous AMA, Metaverse. We are moving into the Metaverse. There is already infrastructure and architects working on the Taboo Metaverse. And this Metaverse is going to be so vast, it's going to be so big that every other adult token, quote unquote, I mean, God forbid, I don't know if any of them are even alive right now, they're going to wish they were a part of our Metaverse. And we're looking at maybe even in the next month having our phase one get started. I mean, we're sparing no time. We are working very hard because we know that this is an opportunity. This sideways moving market and downwards moving market is an opportunity to brand position, to get ready, to bring new personnel, to make sure that we continue this legacy that we have. And it's my goal and it's my job to make sure that every single person around the world knows, hears, understands what Taboo is, buys, and holds it as well. So this is a vision that's never ending, right? And we're still a very young project. We're not even a year old. We need to manage our expectations on this. We need to remember that this is a 3 to 5 year plan is what we're aiming for. So again, Taboo Metaverse is coming. I am unable to share too many details on this because I've been instructed that I can't, but I will tell you that this is going to be the largest, most vast, most innovative metaverse that has ever been created in this space, ever. And we're so excited to be able to launch this along with our updated marketplace, UI and UX, bringing in more personnel, all the marketing that's coming, the Taboo Punks as well that is on the way, where it's really our treat to all of you, really, the Taboo Punks, but it turned into what looks like an integral part of our project. And I will add, with the Taboo Punks, this new marketplace, I have to confirm with these developers on the front end. It might be right when we launch this new UI UX. It might be shortly after. I'm going to find out for all of you. There's going to be a special section with more utilities as well for the Taboo Punks. So I would urge everyone to think twice about selling their Taboo Punks, especially at a low price, because I'm going to continue to make sure that these Taboo Punks cultivate an extremely high value, but it's not going to happen overnight. It might take some time. So I urge you all to think twice because you may be kicking yourselves in 2 or 3 months over selling your Taboo Punks at a very low price. And again, I cannot control the floor price. So good. So now, like I said, we're updating the infrastructure of the marketplace. And I said it'll be the first fully decentralized marketplace in the world. There will be a Taboo shop and merch store. We've been talking about that. That is already being created. And when it comes to the NFTs, we're going to be moving into a type of NFT that is absolutely, in my mind, the future of NFTs. we are moving forward with that, and we can't wait to share with you how these NFTs look, because I've said this time and time again, we always need to stay modern and relevant at all times, right? The tech is improving very rapidly on blockchain with NFTs, with every other aspect of crypto. And we have to make sure that our tech is in line with that. The quality of our tech will determine the quality of our project. And we are sparing no resources to ensure that we can not only keep up with all of that, but to be ahead of the game. So another point is with the tiering system, we are completely revamping and updating the tiering system. We're actually going to be updating the staking system as well. Anyone who's been staking, not to worry about yourselves. We're going to be doing some updates for all of you on all of that as well. Our revenue model is going to be completely changing. The way we do outreach when it comes to model acquisition and all of that, it is really an overhaul. Think in the next little while, Taboo is going to become Taboo 2.0. I want you all to think like this, because we cannot continue to do the same things we did last year that worked last year. We have to adapt, and we need to always be improving, and we are pivoting our aims for this year, and we are so excited to share all of this with all of you. So you can hear the excitement in my voice, because in my mind, I have no doubt in my mind that Taboo will become a top 20 or top 10 crypto one day. We're pioneering the space. There's nobody else out there like us. It's just you need to give us the time to deliver for all of you. And I think you all have been very patient, and the Taboo Punks will be the first treat from us to say thank you all for your patience, if that makes sense, right? So lots to look forward to this year. And when it comes to personnel ads, I will say, I'm still interviewing CTOs. I don't want this CTO to come in to be just anybody. I have turned down multiple people already, so stay tuned for that. There will be a new CTO that's coming in as well. And believe it or not, I am actually open, and I have been even discussing with particular dedicated community members. I have been creating small packages for some of them. I'm keeping a few in mind. I believe in more support can never hurt. So if anybody has particular set of skills and they think they can bring value, shoot me a DM. Let's see how that goes, because I want to build out the base of Taboo as well, and I think that I want to give opportunities to maybe 2 or 3 community members to be involved in a more close role, so that I'm giving that opportunity for a select few individuals as well. Other than that, I have nothing else to share in terms of updates. I will open the floor up to questions now. I guess nobody has a question, which means I've covered everything. We can end the AMA now. I'm more than happy to end it now.
I got a quick question, if you don't mind. Hi.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I can hear you at the moment, Angel. So let me just figure out why that is.
Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Okay, try speaking again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Absolutely. I had to
Cool,
put on some headphones.
Okay, great. Thanks for that. Just a quick question, because I'm sure other people maybe have the same assumption.
Sure.
Regarding those Taboo Punks, when we purchased on the original Google Doc form, I know that your message in the recent forum or whatever on the website said to send an email to your support email.
Yes.
Or to, I guess it was you. I did miss that 48-hour window, but I do recall in the beginning that a lot of us were actually able to go ahead.
We have about I think we have about maybe 8-9 hours actually until that 48-hour window is done, because I have to put a cap on that so that I can focus on this airdrop formatting list as it is at that time. Think of it like a snapshot. So there is a bit of time left for that. So
Perfect.
go on, and I'll
That's
answer your
good to
question.
know.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, there was like a lot of us that in the beginning did confirm with OG Footy. I think that's James. We did confirm with him our information already. So do we need to double confirm and send you that email?
No, the ones that confirmed with OG Foodie, I would say that you are in the clear because there wasn't actually too many individuals that did, and this is one
Okay,
of the
I was
reasons
one of them.
why.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah. As long it has to do with the exchange wallets. If I could go back in time, I would not have done the Google form the way we did. But luckily, I had the foresight to understand the disaster that would have came from
Oh, for sure.
keeping it
No,
that
I'd
way.
rather you be taking
Oh,
these extra steps. The extra steps are necessary because, yeah, it would just create a lot more FUD if people didn't understand the process in which they're going to receive it in the first place. So the
yeah,
extra time is kind of necessary to make people go, hey, what do I need to do to make sure that this actually is coming through safely and securely?
and
So
and,
that
and
makes
the beautiful thing is, the majority of the people that filled out the Google form, they did put their Taboo wallet address that holds Taboo. And if I see any discrepancies from the ETH address to that, I'm
perfect.
just
Okay.
updating the list with their Taboo wallet address that holds the Taboo, because that wallet address can 100% without a doubt receive NFTs. Does that make sense? So I'm luckily,
For
that
sure.
line has saved us in terms of the early buyers. So I'm
Right,
grateful for
right.
that. Grateful for that.
Okay, so
Um,
basically, this process is you double verifying everything just to make sure you're crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's, so to speak.
yeah, and any singular cases or ones that I still see discrepancies on, and they haven't reached out to me, or maybe they incorrectly filled out the form, that's just we're just gonna have to bite the bullet on that. And those individuals, I'm gonna reach out to them individually. I've been reaching out to some already. For the first airdrop event, they may not get their NFT, but that's okay. It's a very small number of people. And that's why we have a second airdrop event, so that that can get cleared. And I want to make sure that when we give a timeline that we stick to it. But yes, we need to double verify, especially with the exchange wallets, because those NFTs can they'll just get burned in a black hole to never
Yep.
exist again. And I really don't want to have that happen, or at least minimize that impact. Does that make sense?
Right, right. Well, thanks for trying to be, as thorough as possible there, because like I said, the time delay is far more appreciated than any like critical errors that could happen, right? So I do appreciate
Mm,
that.
yeah, I remember, James and I had a bit of a disagreement on that, and he said, and we there was a thought of, at one point, just anybody that used the D app onwards, just like airdrop to them. And I said, I can't. We agreed we cannot do that, because our early holders have helped us get to where we are today. So I want to make sure that we're paying tribute and respect to them as well. Does that make sense? So that was another reason why I gave that 48-hour window. Does that make sense? So I wanted to make sure that I think the FUD would have been worse if the anybody that had purchased from the D app that we created, where you had to connect your Web 3.0 wallet, where it would already verify that that's a compatible wallet, and then the early holders who had bought from the Google form did not receive it. I think that would have been a worse outcome. So it was kind of a double-edged sword situation, but I'm glad that the community has received this message well. So thank you for that.
It's allowing everybody to have fair competition at the end of the day. So like you would have created more FUD by not letting us have that fair opportunity. So I agree.
Exactly, yes. And I will, yeah, and I think Lucky has had a question here. Yes, so the taboo.community crypto landing page website, that was modified and updated um, in tandem with what we've been doing with updating our marketplace website as well, with the software improvements, as well as the new UI and UX that's coming. That one is just about ready now. So in any day now, that will be released. But what we're going to be doing now, right now, so everybody is clear on where we're at. We are currently making sure that the new servers are being set up at the moment with the taboo.io domain. Now, we spent a significant fortune on this domain. We are the only entity in the world that owns taboo.io. And this, I think, was a very bullish move that we had done by paying this fund. I'm not going to share how much we paid. It was well over six figures for this domain. And that is, the servers are being set up now, and we will have an intro page that is already being created that redirects to our taboo.community site, but also will allow new traffic to be able to see what visually the changes that are happening, so that when we do more marketing, and when we, let's say, we get lucky and we trend again on CMC or CoinGecko, people who type taboo.io will see, okay, wow, there's something amazing going on here. If I want to learn more about Taboo, there's going to be a link to the new taboo.community website landing page. And that, for that reason, if once we get that done, I think we'll be good for the next few weeks, to make sure that the front end can integrate with the back end. Because I'm no tech expert, but I know that's not an easy feat, especially with the complexity and the intricacies that we have with the new UI and UX right now. We need to give our new dev team the chance to be able to integrate it with the existing backend. Does that make sense, everyone? So I want to make sure that we're all clear on this. So good. I think there was another question around CerTech audit. Yes, the CerTech audit is. I actually think that within probably about a week, I think that should be completely done and dusted. So that is on the way as well. That fake Taboo account page, that's going to become irrelevant very shortly here, because I'm in the middle of verifying the profile for Taboo as well. And then, of course, with verifying the collection, I believe that has to do with the volume of trading that happens. So there's that to keep in mind as well. So once the profile gets verified, it'll be very clear and obvious, which one is the fake one, which one's the real one. I mean, you can't have, nobody is going to be able to create 10,000 NFTs the way that we have them up on our profile. So if you use a bit of common sense, you will see that those 7 or 8 fake ones on the fake page are clearly fake, right? With regards to OpenSeas, again, I would tell everybody to just calm down. When I learned about that, I realized that that's no different than somebody opening up an email from a phishing site that looks like their real bank. So just be careful and double check the address on any website you're on, and make sure it's the official one. As long as you're doing that and taking those extra precautions, you will not fall victim to these scams and these hacks. Nobody can just go in and take funds out of your personal wallets. It's just impossible. If that happened, then you know what? Like, I would not be investing in crypto at all, knowing that those risks are there. So we need to be careful on the assumption that you can just lose all of your NFTs like that. Those individuals that lost their NFTs on OpenSeas, unfortunately, fell victim to a phishing scam. And please look up what phishing scams are to familiarize yourselves with what that is. So.
Hi, Majid.
And I just want to say something. I see that there's someone named Shambit that has said mind blowing. I'm going to agree with that. Our metaverse is going to be mind blowing. I mean, I can't even express in words right now what it's going to be like. VR will be there. There's going to be so much there, and I just can't wait to share that with all of you. So, but it's a process. 3 words. I always say this: things take time. Things take time. Anyway, go on, sir. I think somebody had a question here.
Majid?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So go for
Okay.
it.
I have a doubt regarding this metaverse.
Okay.
So, are you planning to make it in the likes of like sandbox kind of thing, or will it be a new concept? Any initial plans on these?
It's going to be a new concept. Absolutely new concept. And we're not trying to imitate Sandbox or Mana, but it is going to be our own exclusive metaverse. I've had discussions and we've had ideas thrown out around how we want to move forward with the metaverse plans. We might buy some land elsewhere to start off, just to get started on some virtual taboo mansions as well. But we want to be
Eventually,
creating we want to have our own independent metaverse, because
okay.
I've had these discussions with many people. They say, hey, why don't you go ahead and try to partner with this group or that group and do this? I'm like, why would I want to partner with them? Why don't I become them and become even better than them? That's just the mindset that I have, and I can't shake that belief and that mindset where I want to be the one, and I want Taboo to be the one to be at the forefront of all of this in the industry that we're in. And I just don't think it's right or fair for all the hard work, all the money that we've spent. We've spent millions of dollars on this project already out of pocket. We haven't taken a dime out of this. I actually think that partnering with certain entities is more of a benefit for them than us at this point. So that's why
I,
you can see that we haven't really conducted too many crypto partnerships until we feel that the partnership will benefit us more than them. We're just not going to do it. Does that make sense?
yeah, like you'd also told, like starting off in an already made metaverse and move on to our own later on sounds like a good plan.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, it comes down to, we have to cost benefit analysis on that, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
sure, sure.
it won't be cheap to do that, but we have
Yeah, sure.
particular ideas in mind as to where we could maybe start the first virtual taboo mansions. And again, with the Taboo Punks, those punks are designed to be an entry point or a portal as well to the metaverse as well. So again, the utilities are going to keep being added to these Taboo Punks. So again, everybody, think twice about selling your Taboo Punks for cheap prices or low floors, because you'll be kicking yourself in a few months. I will assure you and promise you of that. So
I guess I also guess like some passive income source, at least in the future roadmap, will help increase the price of Taboo NFTs also, I guess.
yeah, absolutely. We're revamping our revenue model as well. Because I've understood myself that we have to make sure that we're creating lots more revenue streams for Taboo as well. So we're looking at that, and we want to make sure that creators also have more profit too, because that's what keeps them around. Talking about the models in particular. So
Okay. Okay, thank you, Majid.
no problem. No problem.
Hey, Majid, I've reached out to you on DM, but last time I didn't hear back from you, so I just want to make sure I'm DMing you in the right place.
Who is this, by the way?
Yeah, this is Jefferson.
Let me just double check that. Hold on. I just want to make sure I put my phone in here. I just realized that 3% would be a very bad idea to have this. Have my phone
But I should
died
be
in the middle
reaching
of
out
an
to you
AMA.
on Telegram, right? Because I can't DM you on Discord.
Yeah. Just give me one moment. I just want to make sure that I have my phone in the charge here. So, okay, good. Now it won't die on me. Send me another message as well. I probably get about 100 DMs an hour. This is not an exaggeration. So it's a little hard for me to
Okay.
be
Yeah, I went ahead and
answering
sent one
everybody.
about 2 minutes ago also.
Sure. I'll take a look at it after this AMA. Thank you. And so Ragu, I mean, we have 1% burns that are happening ongoing. We are looking at manual burn events as well. So, but for the time being, there is continuous reduction of our token supply. But I do want to mention to everybody here, when it comes to burns, burns themselves do not directly raise the price of a token. This is a fallacy. This is a delusion. This is a marketing gimmick, actually. and it was created in the Binance Smart Chain network as a way for project heads to use that for marketing purposes to give people this perceived sense of scarcity. But burns themselves do not directly raise the price of a token. I can give examples of Ethereum that has a limited supply. Dogecoin, for example, look at their supply, and look at the market cap that it reached. So it is incorrect to assume that this low supply, quote unquote, is going to magically raise the price of a token. I just want to make sure people are informed and understand that as well. So.
I think part of the concern around that was about the initial expectations that were set actually still being in place. So I understand, I think we all understand what you're saying, but one of the concerns I think that a lot of people have expressed is that it happens often that the expectations that are set end up changing. And so, I agree with a lot of what you said, but it's your guys' job. It's your job to set the expectations and then meet them, right? So I agree with you that having good expectations is correct, but the expectations that are being stated, when they change often, that doesn't alleviate concern, it exacerbates them.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, we know that the first marketplace launch, didn't go the way that we planned, and there was delay after delay. And even when the marketplace went up, then there was problems with that marketplace as well. So, I get that and I understand that. But I have a personal portfolio myself of various cryptos, and you know, I don't think I've ever seen a single crypto that had a product launch date that didn't delay it. Actually, and it's just something that, if I have some community members that are unhappy about that, well, the goal is to make sure that we actually end up delivering on what we say we're going to do. And I think that from day one, James and I have done a phenomenal job of ensuring that would happen. So now we're just a little bit more careful about setting hard deadlines and timelines. And I understood that with even the Taboo Punks, when we gave that 23rd of February date and how we had to pivot, that was entirely to make sure that the buyers who had bought from our old form, as an example, were not penalized for using an outdated form. So that was a necessary action that I had to take. And it seems like at this point, the message was well received. But I do understand your point on that. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Good. Any other questions? Yeah, so no, that's not going to affect the current stakes, Patricio. You're completely fine on the current staking, but I will mention that the staking itself at the moment is fully centralized. We never went with a full DeFi style staking because I understood that at the time it would be too soon to do that, right? So this staking, it's great. It's sustainable right now. We're funding the staking ourselves, not a problem. But obviously, eventually, we're going to be transitioning to a decentralized form of staking. So that's so for you all to understand that's a goal of ours as well. So
I was just wondering what happened with the meeting interview and if there's still a plan for that.
yeah, that's still there. It's just we just put a cap on it because I mean, like imagine we did that interview now. I mean, no, that would have zero price impact, even if millions of people watch that. Zero price impact because the world is now focused on this Ukraine and Russia crisis. So, so, I wanted to make sure that we brand position a bit better. We have our punks out. We have our website before was on the Taboo community website needed an overhaul. The marketplace, we needed it to be better than what it was. I don't don't want to be doing some video interview or TV interview like this without, as James always says, getting our ducks in a row. So it's really about timing at this point. But that interview is we have put a cap on it. It's available for when we feel it's the right time. So that's to answer your question there. We only get one shot at that interview. So that's also another reason that we haven't done it yet.
Is David still with the team then?
David, are you talking about OG Foodie? David, I don't recall the David.
Yeah, his role is the same as it has been since the beginning, right?
Yeah. No, OG Foodie's still around. He's still a team. He's in the background. I work with him directly at the moment as well. So I'm moving him more to an advisory type role actually at this point. But he's still part of the legal side. He helps draft quite a bit of contracts that I need, especially for, let's say, Josh Ryan. Contracts have to be made, so but he's moving more and transitioning into more of an advisory type role at the moment, which I'm which I prefer at this point. So because we're adding more personnel across the board, and you all know that with our creative director addition as well. So yeah, Michael, that's the other thing as well. I think I want to have the full team list also created and apparent, especially before this media interview with CNBC, Bloomberg, and Fox News. So that is being developed, but again, it's about finding the right key personnel as well, right? So again, like with the CTO, I have not rush that because I want to make sure that the CTO we bring in is top of the line, as an example. And I think we've already proven ourselves with bringing in a creative director. You can't get any bigger than Josh Ryan. Actually, I'm going to be sharing a mood board that he created for us probably today. I will, after the Taboo Punks launch, I'll share that. So. Any other questions at the moment here? Like last year, I understand there was quite a lot of hype on Taboo. There was quite a lot of, you know, that kind of marketing and all of that. And I understand that, we never had a product at the time and all of that. But, we need to remember now that Taboo is really established itself as a professional entity. So, and from what I've seen, at least, right, I don't think that there's a team in the crypto space right now that is as active as we are, holding AMAs like this during a crisis going on in Ukraine and Russia as well. So I think it's fair to say that and I want everyone to understand that really Taboo is here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We are ramping up our intensity even now when most crypto projects are sitting back playing fear and waiting for the markets to recover and a new bull run to happen. We're saying, nah, this is our opportunity to be ready for the next bull run so we can not only hit our all-time high again, but go past it. So it's just a matter of time, folks. It's just a matter of time. Any other questions on the call? Don't be shy.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
This is Daniel Cajun here. You alluded to the NFTs earlier. Were you talking about the Immutable X NFTs?
That was part of our roadmap plans as well, absolutely. But I'm talking about so I'll mention the name. Phygital NFTs is one avenue that we're going into as well. So combining the virtual with physical on NFTs, and from my understanding and from my research and from expert guidance and wisdom, that is the future of NFTs by a long shot. So you can look that up. PHYGITAL NFTs. Yeah, so that guy, I know there were some cases of failed transactions on the marketplace from V1. Just be patient with me. Let us get this new marketplace up and running. I will make an announcement with a document in a forum for individuals to share their case on all of that, because I think that is the most appropriate avenue to take. And then from there, all those refunds will be given for those cases that had happened. So just please bear with me on that. Thank you. So really, why I will add that, the version one of our marketplace is getting overhauled with a new UI UX, with an updated software and all of that. We're already right now in tandem, in parallel, we're already working on some of the V2 aspects of the marketplace in addition. So imagine that will all be phased in once the UI and UX is out. The updated marketplace software is in place as well. Those V2 elements are already being created as we speak. So we're trying to ramp up our timeline and intensity on all of this. So yeah, so great. That's a good question. So, the unsold um, NFTs are, I mean, for example, I'm looking at doing a contest soon here. We're gonna do a 10 Taboo Punk NFT giveaway soon. We want to make sure that the um the unsold NFTs, I mentioned this in a previous AMA, that's going to be Taboo corporate owned. They will be Taboo corporate owned assets, which we will use for competitions, trading competitions, contests, giveaways, all of that as well. So that was an executive decision that I made, and I think that was, in my mind, I think it was the right move as well. So instead of burning them, we are going to be using them for future initiatives, actually. So
I was just curious, how many Taboo Punks are in reserve and with Taboo Corporate, and how many have actually been bought?
the final number that we had got to when we did, I think it was 7,500 that was sold. With the final number that I saw, maybe 7,600. So there's about a quarter of them that are now um, we can call Taboo owned NFTs at the moment. Yeah, so great. That's more will be unveiled around that, and what our plans are around what we will do with those unsold NFTs. So just bear with us, give us some time. Let's just make sure that we can get the NFTs that were bought by pre-mint buyers out to them first, and then we can go from there. So let's take this step by step as well. So I can't answer that question directly, because maybe the plan could change around that as well, based on that last question you asked. So, but at this moment, like I said, we're going to be doing a contest soon to do 10 Taboo Punks giveaway. to 10 lucky holders. So, we're starting some of these initiatives already. It's completely randomized, Lucky, completely randomized. So I made sure that the Taboo Punks artist, if you see the number of if it goes from Taboo Punk 1 to 10,000, all of that is randomized. It doesn't go, it's not like the first Taboo Punk is is considered a rare one, for example, right? Or the rarest one. So it's completely randomized on who will be receiving those NFTs. And I'm working with a developer in particular around that to ensure that happens. So um, there's steps that get taken on, they're called airdrop formatting steps that get taken, Lucky, to ensure that happens. So um, so yeah. Any other questions right now on the call? Maybe we'll maybe do a couple more questions at the moment, and then I can wrap it up. Okay, I'll take one more question.
Quick question. Is the secondary marketplace going to be part of the relaunch, or is that still coming in the future?
What do you mean by secondary marketplace? Can you elaborate on that? Because you'll be able to trade them on OpenSeas as you wish. I will add as well that Rarity Tools has confirmed that they've accepted our application as well. So we're gonna have all the punks and their traits and characteristics shown on Rarity Tools. But really, OpenSeas is just one centralized marketplace out of many. So people have the opportunity to try to sell them anywhere they want, theoretically, when we think about
Sorry,
that.
I was referring to the model NFTs in the marketplace, not the Taboo Punks.
Oh yes, the resale feature is going to, yeah, I actually failed to mention that the resale feature will be in place for the updated marketplace launch. Yes, so there will be a resale section for the NFTs that we have produced and have had holders buy with our previous version of our marketplace. Yes, resale is going to be in place. Great. So with that, then I think I think this is a good time to wrap it up. It's exactly an hour from when we started. I want to thank all of our holders for being here on the call. I hope that you are all as excited as we are with our upcoming roadmap plans, our initiatives, all the changes that we're making, from the Metaverse to the UI and UX to our new crypto landing page, to the TV interview coming up, to the Taboo Punks, to the personnel ads, to the creative marketing plans that we're doing, to we have a lot in store for this year. And I do believe from the bottom of my heart that this is our year. We are pioneering the space. If you look, I hate to bring this up. You look at the competition, quote unquote, they're all dead right now. We are in uncharted territories in a sense, in terms of where we're going, and we don't plan to stop. In fact, we're pushing harder and harder and harder right now to ensure that we are ready for the next bull cycle, which could happen at any time. Could happen in a month, 2 months, 3 months from now. I don't have a crystal ball, but just remember that right now we are in a very unique time and position for Taboo, and we really look forward to sharing more of some of these exciting changes and developments that we have working on in the background as well. So again, thank you everybody. My name is Majid. I'm the Chief of Operations on the Taboo project. If you know anybody that is a holder of Taboo that was not on this AMA, we are going to release this on YouTube as well later today, and we make sure to get them to tune in as well. Thank you everybody. We'll chat again soon.